In today's video, I'm going to go over my top 5 favorite foundations for 2023. Hey everyone, this is Lisa. Welcome to my YouTube channel at Lisa Monique, where we cover all things lifestyle and beauty for the over 50 woman. So this will be a chatty video because I do chatty videos. So I sometimes get comments on people that just want the top 5, and yeah, maybe someone will leave it in the comments, or you can just check the description. But I definitely like to chat about other things going on while I'm making these videos. So I want to also say that I have normal leaning dry skin. It felt drier this winter, so I had been trying to experiment with skincare to add a little more moisture to my skin, and ending up with blemishes. So I'm still trying to figure that out now that we moved from Arizona to Tennessee and we have the heat on pretty much nonstop, or at least every evening in Tennessee. So it's just affecting my skin a little different. So the products that I used when we were in Florida or Arizona are not providing enough moisture for my skin right now. So I'm also going to be doing a slight get ready with me. But the first foundation that I want to talk about is the newest one that I've tried. It's the one that I'm going to be wearing today. And that is the RMS Beauty Re-Evolve foundation. My shade is 44, and you can buy them in refillable little cases afterwards. Mine tends to fall out of this case quite a bit if it's knocked over. So I'm not sure you even need to, if you need the case, can you just pump it out like this? Yeah, you could just pump it out from here, save yourself 10 bucks. If you wanted to try it. But before I put it on, I have found with my skin right now, it works better with their Re-Evolve Radiance Locking Primer. So any type of moisture primer would be good for my skin right now. But I have noticed a little more longevity in the foundation when I combine it with their primer. So this is a super light, natural foundation. I find that when I use it alone, I get, all afternoon wear. So if I put it on in the morning, it might last till 2 or 3 in the afternoon, get me through lunch and things like that, running errands. And then I might need to freshen up again if I'm going out to dinner that evening. I get a little bit longer wear, maybe through dinner, when I use it with the primer. But overall, this is a pretty lightweight foundation, so you still can see some of my discoloration through it. I would say it's a light medium coverage. I say buildable to medium, but it's just a really nice weight foundation for me. And again, it looks really natural. It evens out my skin tone, but really makes it look like I don't have foundation. You just can't tell how uneven my skin tone was before I put it on. So yeah, this is just really, really beautiful. I love this finish. If this exact finish lasted all day, it would be primo. But in about 15 minutes, it's going to settle in just a little bit. Plus I'm blotting off my excess with my Stands Out Beauty Sponge. Yeah, look at this. To me, it just looks like skin. A lot of my favorite foundations, when I was smiling, I was noticing that, it was looking a little dry right here. I don't think my skin has changed that much and gotten super naturally dewy on its own, but these two in combination, the RMS, and I don't know if they have a holiday special going on or not. I'm not sponsored by them. I purchased everything with my own money, just test it out, but it really is my favorite finish right now. Very light, very natural, but it provides a little bit of coverage. It provides enough skin smoothing that I feel good going out. I also like their Uncover Up concealer, and while the foundation is 44, my Uncover Up is 33.5. It's just a little bit lighter. I'm using it for brightening. I would not use it for, like covering blemishes on my face, it is actually pretty radiant. And so if this area is a little drier, if your wrinkles and fine lines get really dry and cakey looking, I think this is a good product to use because it is radiant. I'm just using it a little bit for brightening. So I have some dark shadows right here. I'm just using a little shader brush. I'm not using my favorite Rephr brush because it's dirty. I don't want to dip it in cream foundation when it's dirty. And then I'm just going to kind of lighten up this little trough area right here. I know if you watch Instagram and see Rosemary doing her Instagram ads, because RMS is Rosemary Swift, I think. It's her own makeup line, kind of like Bobbi Brown. And so if you watch her Instagram, she puts her highlighter right here. But I don't have the highlighter because I just don't really use a lot of highlighters on my skin. I just don't know. I just don't know how I feel about that. This Radiant Concealer does a little bit of lightening and brightening right there for me. I can even put a little bit because my nose is darker and the foundation is not enough to completely lighten my nose. So I can put a little bit on my nose too. Now it looks like I have contour. Okay. My second favorite foundation for 2023, the one that I've been reaching for the most, is my ride or die drugstore. It's the one you hear me talk about the most, and that's the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation. This is an old bottle. I have the new bottle. They now come with a pump, which I like, but I wanted to use my old bottle up because I did purchase this one in 2023 just at a drugstore that didn't have the newer ones in stock yet. So my shade is W6, which is sun beige. This is just such a great shade for me. It is a light to medium coverage. It almost dries down on your skin. It's very transferable or non-transferable, transferable proof, which I really like. Now this Rosemary foundation, this Re-Evolve foundation, it doesn't feel like I have heavy foundation, but it feels like I have freshly moisturized skin. It's not a dry feeling. You know, some of these foundations like actually, you know, leave your skin feeling not dry as in I've got dry, cracky skin dry, but dry to touch. And this one does not. It's more of a moisturized feeling. Not heavy, though. Not as heavy as some of the other ones that I love. Whereas the True Matte is more dry to touch. Another more dry to touch foundation that I love, and this one was recommended to me in the spring from a viewer, is the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. Again, another one that's really lightweight but has good coverage. If you have a lot of hyperpigmentation, you might need to put a little bit of concealer underneath, but these all cover kind of like this. They even out your skin tone and they just feel beautiful. This one is a little more long wearing. Oh, and the True Match. These are both kind of really long wearing to me on my skin. They do last all day. To make them last a little bit longer, of course, if that's what you really need, you are better off, you know, finishing your foundation with a setting spray. Whether you spray at the end of your makeup or you spray after you have your foundation before you put on the rest of your makeup, it kind of depends what you're going for. But if you really need your foundation to last, you know, 8, 9, 10, 12 hours, you should be setting it also. But Laura Mercier is just a beautiful foundation, and my shade is 4NT Ginger. So that looks really lovely on the skin. And then the next one, I've talked about this one a lot too. This one is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, and my shade is Valencia, which is M5. This one leaves your skin just beautifully silky. It's just a silky, It's a little bit more foundation feeling, but you just have that gorgeous, buttery, soft skin and that gorgeous, radiant, natural radiant. So it's not too radiant, but it's a beautiful, natural, radiant finish. I would reach for something more like the NARS or the next one if I was just getting ready to go out to dinner in the evening. Because I usually put a little bit more makeup on, I put everything on just a little heavier hand with my application when I'm going out in the evening. And so this one is really beautiful. And I don't want people to think, oh, she said only wear it in the evening, because I've actually been wearing it, all day, all night, all year. So, okay. And then the last one, my favorite of 2023, I think this one might have topped the chart in 2022 also, for my high-end foundations. And this is the Dior Forever Skin Glow. So I kept going back and forth between the matte, Forever Matte, and the Forever Skin Glow foundation. This one is a little bit better shade for me right now, so it is the one that I reached for more. It is 3.5N. My matte one is 3W, and it actually is a little bit darker. So I love this one, especially now, the Skin Glow. If you have oily T-zone, or if it's in the summer, you might prefer the matte finish better. It's not a flat matte. Sometimes flat mattes can really age you, and it's not like that at all. So you might like the matte if you are in a high humidity area or anything like that. But for the winter time and the drier skin, I am loving the Forever Skin Glow. Again, I just love the finish. And out of the 5, I feel like this has the most coverage. This is more of a medium coverage. It is buildable, beautiful, beautiful, leaves your skin so silky and just healthy looking. So that's it for my top 5 foundations. I did just want to talk about one other product that I have purchased and have been using. Those who have watched a lot of my videos know I had loved this Charlotte Tilbury Duo eyeliner. I didn't really use the light part, but you can tell I loved the brown. And I thought it was supposed to be the same, or I was told that it was the same brown as in the classic eyeliner. And I was like, it is not. This one lasts forever. This one does not last forever. It lasts a long time, but like not through washing. And the shade was different. It was a little bit different brown. But after talking to another Charlotte Tilbury rep, it is the Kohl pencil in Barbarella Brown that it is the match for this. So I did get the Kohl. Normally, I'm always like, I'm not a fan of Kohl because I can always blend them off later. But this Kohl definitely dries down. And it is definitely super soft and creamy when you first apply it. And because it does dry rather quick, I make sure I blend out the bottom before I do the top, because I really want the softest line on the bottom. And I love this brown because it's dark enough to define my eyes, but it's not as harsh as a black line. I really only use black when I'm in the evening and doing kind of more of a smoky eye look. A lot of wrinkles on my eyelids. All right, going to use my favorite Rephr curler. There are 2 sizes to Rephr curlers now. My favorite is the 20. You would think it would have been the 18 because it came first, it's flatter, but no. The 18 is for rounder eyes, those that have a higher center. But if you need the flatter curler, it is the 20R. They come with 5 refill pads. I just love them. I just love how it curls my lashes super easy. Should I put an eyeshadow on today? So you would think, or people think, oh my gosh, you have so many eyeshadows. Yeah, this is not the shoebox that I have full also of palettes that actually never really get used. So anyways, I'm going to actually use one of my Kosas 15 seconds. Is that what they were called? I can't even remember. I used to love these when I first got them, and then they kind of get the pushed to the bottom of the eyeshadow bin. It's 10 second eye, in Smolder. I really like Kosas too for more mature skin. Their concealer is beautiful. I just feel like they have really beautiful natural looking products. So I put this one on pretty heavy, or I at least cover my entire lid, and then I just take a brush and soften the transition so I don't have a harsh line. The brush that I'm using is not available. This is kind of like the Refer. They did make one, they're number 35, but this was a prototype. I was trying to think of that word in another video, prototype. Yeah, they send me some prototypes. You can also use your fingers. You don't need to use a brush. You don't need a fancy brush. All right, for blush, I kind of feel like I need to use a blush that's going to last all day too, but I'm not. I'm using this Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil. It is a cream blush. It is not all day lasting, which is surprising because their blush stick is all day and their powder blush is all day, but this little blush veil on me is not all day color. I like the shade. And lately I've been doing a lot of the cream still to try and keep from looking dry on my skin. Trying to avoid any powder on my skin. All right, let's finish off my mascara. I do very simple makeup day today, which surprises people when they meet me that I have a beauty YouTube channel. Really surprises them when they see how many subscribers I have. I think when you tell people you have a YouTube channel, they think of it as more like a hobby, which of course that's how it started, but eventually you create as a business because it is, or it was full-time. I will admit I'm not doing full-time now. When I had my viral video, I mean, I was doing 40 to 60 hours on my channel. My channel growth flourished when I put in the time. When I treat it like a full-time job, it really did well. Now I treat it a little more like a hobby. But of course, I'm working on my other channel too, right? So I have a gardening channel. It is time to start seed starting. I've been going over all the roses that I've purchased for my garden. I have a bunch of those videos to edit. So now my time is torn between my two channels. Yeah, so that's different. I'm just going to use Revlon the Gloss because it's sitting in front of me. This is kind of a neutral color. It's in 260 Rosy. One of those colors I think goes with everything. And I like glosses because I am finally noticing my fine lines are getting a little more pronounced above my lip. And so when I use more of a matte or even just a lip liner alone, like if I try and overline my lips, I just feel like it makes my lips look older. So I still just like a glossy upper lip because I think it kind of reflects and minimizes those fine lines. Okay, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed my top 5. Go ahead and leave down in the description box below some of your favorites. I did try a lot of different foundations this year, and there are other ones that I liked, but these are the ones when I'm not doing a YouTube video, I'm not trying to compare something, I'm not thinking about how I can spin a video or create a topic for a video out of them. These are the ones that I reach for. And these are the ones that spend most of my time on my counter or in my table in front of me. So anyway, I hope you all have a great week. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.